Welcome to Storyline. Our mission is to understand human behavior and make that knowledge useful for everyone. And like I've talked about before, behavior is the only data that can make massively scalable precision medicine possible. And because Storyline AI has solved this problem and made behavior an objective and scalable precision medicine platform, it changes many things fundamentally. And one of those things is that Storyline now seamlessly integrates research and care into one ecosystem, and that has a lot of big implications. Fundamentally, it shifts our thinking from just thinking about drugs, the development of drugs, the application of drugs, and acute care treatments for patients, to now thinking about scalable AI-supported research, diagnostics, and care pathways. Care pathways in particular. This is where we're moving from just thinking about a drug to an algorithm that is a series of different steps and actions that the patient is going to take to get the best outcome possible for them. So in this old world, or maybe even the present world mostly, a patient feels symptoms, they're sick, and they make an appointment, they go in and they see their provider, the provider gives them some treatment, and then they're sent back out into the world. But in the new world, where massively scalable precision medicine is possible using Storyline, we have a much more robust ecosystem for treating and improving outcomes. And it all starts by deeply understanding the patient. So using behavioral AI to measure symptoms, mental health, neurological functions from thousands and thousands of microfeatures through interviews that are performed over the smartphone, patients have remote access and massive amounts of information can be collected even before the patient comes into the clinic. And that allows us to do subtyping, test out different diagnostic biomarkers to see what issues the patient might be facing, the opportunity to discover many different symptoms, apply different predictive models that might already help inform whether the patient's going to have side effects, what type of outcomes to predict, and even what type of medicines might be useful. And so we've now got these powerful AI tools to deeply understand the patient. And of course, that's the foundation of personalized and precision medical care. The patient, based on their needs, is enrolled in a care pathway that is optimized for whatever ailment is trying to be aiming to be treated and resolved. And so this care pathway is a series of different steps, but it's integrative. So it's not just a single drug, but it may include the timing and the dose of the drug, along with nutrition, mental health care support, cognitive behavioral therapy, and all of these sorts of things that can be scaled to build one integrative care pathway that gives the best result possible for that individual. This can be made automated so that it can be accessible to thousands or millions of patients remotely, on demand, through their cell phone, and the communications and other materials that engage and support the patient through their care process are made possible through the smartphone and made scalable so that a single provider can deliver such rich and supportive care at scale. An important and essential component of this whole experience is being able to provide educational materials to the patient. Patients need those materials to understand what they're facing and what their illness is, but also to comply with the treatments. If they understand why they need to do and take different actions, they're more likely to do that. Providers spend an enormous amount of time educating patients. It can be very difficult to do. And Storyline helps to offset that by delivering this educational material to the patient through the platform as part of their care pathway. Now there's remote patient monitoring. They've left the clinic, they're out there in the world going through the care pathway, and we can continue to monitor them, collect data, see if there's any problems that are arising, any side effects, any symptoms. And the idea, of course, is to get ahead of anything that would be serious and call the patient back in to make adjustments to doses, or change the drugs, or change the treatment in some way that would be important before serious problems arise. And all of this needs to be safe. The data need to be safe. On the Storyline platform, patients own their data, so they have control. If they want to delete or whatever, they have control over that. It needs to be easy to use. Storyline makes it incredibly easy to use, both on the provider side, the clinical coordinator side, the other care provider and support staff side, and of course on the patient side. And fundamentally, this whole process needs to radically improve patient outcomes. And it does, because it provides deeply compassionate care, it provides ongoing patient monitoring and support, and it's integrative care. It's not just an acute treatment, but there is the opportunity to integrate nutrition, nutraceuticals and supplements if that's important, behavioral actions, and even cognitive behavioral therapy and mental health care support. What this causes is a fundamental shift from just thinking about treatments to building relationships with patients. And those relationships get more and more personalized and rich and effective, because as the patients use the AI system, we're learning more and more about their unique needs and their unique health and health problems. And algorithms within the Storyline system get more and more accurate for subtyping, building predictive models of different outcomes, and the whole experience becomes richer and more effective for everyone. So it is this constantly learning process of research, discovery, integration, and seamless integration with the providing of care. And that's why Storyline really is a fundamental new way of thinking, both on the research side and the discovery side, and on the care provider side. Thank you.